So last night I played a ton of Undecember. Sat down, thought about it all day while I was at work, and got excited to play Undecember, which is something I've been waiting for a long time. While waiting, while thinking, I did not play any Diablo Immortal. What is it, my friends? My name is Echo, and I wanted to talk to you guys today about my experience playing Undecember last night. We played for a few hours, had a good time, and really enjoyed the game. I put out my impressions video a few days ago. If you want to check that out, it gives you my initial impressions of the game. But right now I'm going to dive a little bit deeper, and how do I feel Undecember fits into my life moving forward, and compare that to Diablo Immortal, which I have right here, which is a lot easier of access, at least for right now. Because remember, Undecember is releasing on the 12th of October, which is only about 5 days from now. So we're almost there. It's going to be on mobile as well. And first of all, let's start off right at the bat by saying I will be playing Undecember on mobile. 100%. It's going to be on my phone. I'm going to play it. The question is, will I grind Undecember more or Diablo Immortal more? And really the only test there is the test of time, because I haven't yet played it on mobile. So the, what do I want to call it? The ease of access is not yet there for me. Because for me to play a game on my PC, I need the kids to be in bed, the workday to be over, YouTube videos are created, and then I could actually sit down and game. It's usually around 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. Sometimes I'm tired, man, and I just don't want to play at that point in time. But last night we did. In-depth look. Undecember, wow, there's a lot going on. Now, let's compare it to Diablo Immortal. Now, I played alpha, beta, regular release of Diablo Immortal, so I got a really good understanding of how to play the game over a good 1.5 year time span of playing it before a lot of other people were able to. But I do remember going into Diablo Immortal and the game being confusing. There's a lot going on. You got to figure things out. Like any new game, you need to figure things out. Undecember, and again, I'm just a few hours in, it seems like there's a lot more to figure out, because you have the runes, you have the links that go in between the runes. Now these runes are confusing. They're your skill runes, and that is how you activate certain skills for your build that you're creating. And then there are the link runes, which add some extra buffs to it. Not the easiest to understand. You have freedom to kind of place things around how you want. I've yet to figure out if there are optimal ways or suboptimal ways. I'm sure there's optimal ways to do this, but it's confusing. Then on top of that, you have the massive tree that is going to allow you to build out your distinct characteristics of your characters. So if I want to do strength, dexterity, things like that, kind of like a paragon tree works in Diablo Immortal. Now, when you step back and you take a look at Undecember, just what I was playing, the PC version, it looks a lot more like Path of Exile than it looks like a Diablo game, which is not a bad thing. Path of Exile has tons of depth, and honestly, I've only played a little bit of it because, first of all, it's only on PC, and second, the depth of it. I like games that are a little bit less in depth. By the way, if you want to see me play Path of Exile for the first time ever right here on the channel, let me know right now in the comment section below. While you're down there, sub the channel and ring the bell. I shouldn't have to remind you at this point, guys. Come on, join me on the journey. Looking at ARPGs, baby. Now, something that I really like that Undecember has is pets. I have my little pet run around it with me, and he's cool. He doesn't really fight alongside me, and to be honest, I'm not 100% sure what he does yet. I'm assuming he's like a collector of things, but it's nice that we have the ability to have pets, which can probably be modified for different abilities in the future. It's exciting. There's potential there for growth. But also notice how I'm equipping skills that you would see in Diablo Immortal as a necromancer. I have equipped 2 summoning skills. One where I could summon a big tanky character like a golem, but it's more of a shielded knight that follows along with me and fights beside me. And these little minions, I could summon up to 3 of those. They use mana, of course, which replenishes over time, or by using your little mana, what do you call them, vials? But it's cool. So what my class is right now, what I'm choosing to build right now, is an archer class, ranged class, of course, with summoning skills. So this is what makes the game pretty awesome, in my opinion. I'm able to create any character. In Diablo Immortal, or any Diablo game, you choose either, you know, your ranged class. I guess an archer would be like a demon hunter, or you choose a necromancer. There's no back and forth. You either have the archer type mobility skills and range, or you have a necromancer that summons the dead to fight alongside you. In Undecember, I can have both. I can have even more things that I decide to over time implement into a build. It all depends on the gear that you equip and the skills that you equip to match that gear. So I actually, you know what? To be honest with you, I have an archer wizard necromancer because my current build has a fireball attack. It has a handful of archer attacks. You know, you have the spread bow attack and the speed bow attack, and then you have the 2 summoning skills. So really, I'm looking at 3 different classes all in one together, which is pretty epic when you think about it. The customization ability here inside of Undecember is better than anything we've seen before in any action RPGs that I've personally played. They've talked about it for a long time, this classless system, and I really like it. It gives complete freedom to the player to do and build and play as you wish without having to class change. I will never be able to or need to class change inside of Undecember because all I need to do to switch it up is to switch up the skills and the gear that I'm using. Boom, I'm a new class instantly. I can switch every single day if I want to. I can switch in the morning and in the night depending on what I'm about to do or my mood. It's really a cool element to this game. Now, of course, you're gonna have to have the runes that you want, the skill runes, and you're gonna have to upgrade the ones that you want to. And if I wanna have some barbarian skill runes, but I'm not really playing as a barbarian much, I'm gonna need to save them, upgrade them as well. So if I'm a level 100, I don't go down and play with runes that are not up to that level. I'm assuming how this is gonna work, consistently upgrading what I'm doing. So that's gonna leave you with the option to either upgrade the primary class you're playing, which for me would probably be like an archer class, or upgrade everything evenly so I could swap back and forth, which would, of course, over time, it would hurt me a little bit in the power I can get from my main. Or, like I mentioned, of course, you could do a combination of all, and you could really be a hybrid class 100%. Now, there's a little bit of auto-pathing inside of the game as well. Most of it, from what I've seen so far, has been in town. And town is really easy. On the side, you'll notice that there's a HUD. It shows you all of the people that you can go see, and you just simply click on that and it takes you there. Buying and selling, super easy to understand. The depth was not too crazy right there. Most of the depth that we're seeing inside of the game right now is around that whole rune system and the massive skill tree or ability tree or power tree that reminds me of one from Path of Exile, which is overwhelming in my opinion. Now, so far I haven't reached any boss battles that were truly difficult. I did reach a couple of boss battles, but it wasn't hard for me to move out of the way, use my archer skills, and remember, I'm playing on mouse and keyboard, which is not my primary way to game. I am not comfortable with it. I don't feel like I'm at home when I'm using the keyboard and the mouse. It just feels foreign because I'm used to playing here. I'm used to playing on the phone because I'm primarily a mobile gamer. So I'm really curious, and I will put out a review comparing Undecember on mobile to Undecember on PC. By the way, all the footage you've been watching is me playing Undecember at complete max settings. You cannot put them any higher. So this is about as good as it's gonna get for you guys if you're playing on PC and have the capabilities to pump it up that high. Now, as far as the graphics go and all of that, I mean, we're looking at a really nice game. I think the game looks incredible. Obviously, it's gonna look better on PC than it is going to look on mobile, the same way Diablo Immortal looks better on PC than it does on mobile. But here's the thing. I can play Undecember on PC fairly comfortably. I can't play as the wizard class on PC for Diablo Immortal. It just does not work for me. The way that I need to channel my different skills with really direction them properly, it just doesn't work for me. And it's because I'm lacking in the skill department with those controls. Much easier on the phone or on the tablet. But Undecember doesn't seem to have that issue. It works better for me. And I know maybe I'm in the minority if we have PC gamers watching right now. They may 100% prefer mouse and keyboard. I know a lot of people do. It's really just a preference and what you're used to. But the funny thing is, after playing for Undecember for a few hours, into the wee hours of the night, what did I find myself doing before I went to bed for about another half hour? I logged on to Diablo Immortal. After playing for hours of Undecember, I went back and played Diablo Immortal, just did a little bit of grinding, nothing crazy. I played for about 30 minutes. Why did I do that? Was Undecember lacking in some way that I felt that I wasn't fulfilled and I needed to go play a little Diablo Immortal? Or was it that Diablo Immortal has me so in a routine of grinding every day so that I don't get behind too far of server Paragon that I dove back into it? I'm not really sure, because I did enjoy playing Undecember. Now, a lot of you are saying in the comments from the previous video, oh, Echo, are you gonna leave Diablo Immortal to play Undecember? And I can't answer that right now 100% because I haven't played Undecember on mobile. But I really love Diablo Immortal. Pay to win, all the negative elements of it, people leaving and all that, I do enjoy playing quite a bit. Now, I will play Undecember on mobile in just a few days. And if my experience there is just great and I'm enjoying it more than Diablo Immortal and I think it's just better, yeah, I'll start playing more Undecember than I will Diablo Immortal. But I don't know if that's going to be the case. We really have to give it a feel. Let me know in the comments if you played the beta over on mobile, because I was not able to get into that. I did not play on mobile whatsoever, so I really don't know how it feels. Some games feel good, some games don't. Something I do like on PC at least, Undecember offers you to have your attacks, your 4 different attacks, and then you could swap them on the fly and you have 4 different ones. So you could really be running with 8 different attacks and then your primary attack on the mouse as well. So that's a really nice feature, being able to carry along more attacks with you. Undecember has so much to offer us as gamers. Whether you're a mobile gamer or a PC gamer, it's bringing some new elements to the action RPG scene, and it's an open world. When we're in the game, you notice other players alongside of us. I think it's got potential to be a big thing. Hope you guys enjoy the video. I'll see you in the next one.